You will never run a successful junk removal company if you don't know how to price.
We've done thousands and thousands of jobs, and if you don't quote a job properly, you're either not going to turn a profit or you're not going to win the job at all.
If you're not making the correct amount of money on every single job, you'll have no money to continue marketing, and that will be the end of your company.
Today, we're going to walk you guys through how we schedule a job, quote a job, and profit on a job all together from start to finish.
In the beginning, it was a lot of guessing. Any price we threw out there and the customer had an issue with it, we would just start negotiating no matter what. Today we understand what our minimums have to be and what other companies charge in the market.
There was a time when we were quoting every job over the phone, and there was times where they would just keep chopping down. I mean, we'd have to break down to the lowest possible price.
And that was the process that I kind of thought of in the beginning. The whole idea was you send a picture of what you have to us and we'll respond with an exact quote. Now that sounds really good in idea, but when you actually take that into the real world, there's a lot of issues with that. First issue that's going to come up is obviously any price you're giving to them, they're just going to take that price, call their companies and see if they can undercut it.
Yeah, so we noticed obviously all of our competitors were doing on-site pricing, and turns out that they were right in the aspect of if you don't go out in front of a customer and give them your pricing, you're not going to get what you need to get for that job to sustain your company. Your business you're going to go out of business. You're not going to be able to afford to have employees if you're going for the absolute lowest dollar and you're going to continue competing with people that are uninsured, unlicensed. You're never going to be able to hire employees or even afford the employees in the first place.
And the whole idea of sending a picture and us responding with a quote is really to help the customer experience. But what we realized is that the customer experience is actually worse. Here's why. What happens is when you give a price over the phone and then you show up in person, these clients might not have told you certain items they have, or the items might be a lot bigger than they said. For example, I just have a small sofa. You show up there and it's a 4-piece, huge sectional couch. So then the price you gave over the phone might not be valid in person, creating a bad customer experience. But if you keep it simple and you do in-person quotes, you're gonna give them the perfect number that includes everything they have to where we're not getting caught off guard based on what they have and the client's not caught off guard based on our quote.
Another huge problem that we had was we would get a picture of a big dirt pile in the backyard, and pictures are so deceiving. When you take a look at a picture, it might look like we can do it in 15 minutes. You get out there, a lot of times, especially with dirt or finer particles, it just takes so much longer or so much more volume than you think it is from that picture. So you give them a low price over the phone, and then you get out there and you're like, oh shit, this is way more than I had originally told them. And now you already set the expectations here, and now you're coming to them and you're like, hey, we have to charge you 4 times what we told you on the phone. And that's just not a great customer experience.
I think the biggest benefit of it is when we were doing quotes over the phone, we were the knowledge of the company. We're the ones, the experts to quote over the phone. What we had to do is transition that. Now we just have a call person, and then we have to train the experts to be in the field.
Yeah.
So people in the field, instead of being Joe Schmo who likes to lift stuff, they have to be a person that understands the entire process, the entire sales process, how the junk removal process works, where you can dispose stuff, where you can't.
Yeah.
Where the landfills are, all this different stuff comes into effect. When we're out there, we have the best medicine for these clients. They know our service is gonna help them. We know our service is gonna help. We know we're perfect for them.
Yeah.
They don't know that yet.
Yeah.
But we know when we get out there and they see the truck, they see the guys, they see how good we are, we're professional, we show up when we say we're gonna show up.
Yeah.
We're gonna, they love us there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna close them. So that's what they want at the end of the day. We're trying to help them as much as possible. So just having our call center as the main focus to only get that person on the schedule and then let the experts take care of the rest of it.
Yeah.
Huge.
Hey, so my name's Ian and I am kind of the head sales rep for our call center. So get here around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I make sure everything's up to date. So what outbound calls did we do? What inbound calls did we miss from last night? Just our standard logistics. Where are the crews at? Where are they going to be in the morning? So I can really plan out who I'm going to be scheduling for later today. So our main objective is to really help them out the best that we can and also just get them through the process as easy and as transparent as possible. So a lot of companies really fall short when it comes to proper communication, especially in their call centers. Because in the call center, we're the first contact that the customer is going to hear. So if your call center is weak, you're not going to have jobs. You're going to have weak income and weak profits. So a lot of rejections that you'll get is people who just really, in a sense, are being a little lazy when it comes to it. So they're not ready for the crew to come out. They think it's going to be too expensive. They don't want to have someone come out to their property to give them a free estimate. And really, you got to reassure them when it comes to those objections, because each objection, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like there's no really such thing as an objection. So the secret just to handling and getting through all their rejections and rebuttals is just realizing that they have a need and I have the only solution that is going to be beneficial to them. Any other company with their solutions for getting through pricing and getting through how much it's going to cost to get the junk removal, it's just not as good as ours. So you really have to have a love for the industry that you're working in and have a knowledge of all the other competitors and also yours, so that you can go ahead and help them out to the best of your ability. Well, actually, we have a call coming in right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it and we'll see how it goes. Hey, good afternoon. This is Ian with Junk Punks. How can I help you today?
Got a house clean out. Dealing with the family left the house, and I was just wondering what you guys charge for that.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's just really gonna be dependent on where you're located. Would you mind if I get that property address?
So we got a garage full of miscellaneous stuff. And the entire house is just packed full. It's not too bad. It's not that much stuff, but it's like probably, your average 2-bedroom house. Do you know what it would cost just off the top of your head?
Gotcha. Yeah, so unfortunately I don't. It's really just going to be dependent, again, on how much space you take in the truck. But we are frugal when it comes to pricing, and we do work with everyone's budget. So when that crew comes out there, they'll go ahead and look at everything, and we'll find a number that works for you and get it taken care of.
So if I don't like the pricing, it's just free, right?
Yeah, there's no obligation to that estimate, and that estimate is 100% free. So if you don't like it, you can tell our crew to leave, and we'll go on and head on our way. But if you do like the number that they give you, which I'm sure you will, we'll go ahead and get it taken care of right then and there for you.
Gotcha. You guys can actually do this all right same day. It's a pretty big job.
Yeah. When we get there, just point to what you want gone, and our crew will make it happen for you.
All right. Let's do it.
Alrighty, sounds good. Hey, so never take no for an answer. We're gonna go ahead and get this over to the dispatch, and we're gonna take it from there.
All right, we just got a whole house clean out. Come in. First thing we do, walk the entire property. Make sure we work one-on-one with the client. If the client is there, it's best. Sometimes they're out of state, so we need to do it with codes and like over the phone. If the client is there, they can point exactly what they want removed. First things first is take a look at exactly what they want to remove. All right, so what we need water, truck, gloves. That's it. Let's go.
Key with Junk Punks, here with Dino. We're at a 3K job right now, house clean out.
Perfect for the truck. Look at this. Brand new packages from 1972. It came to us like a normal job. We came in here, huge job, about 3 loads, 2 dump runs. As of now, we're halfway down through the job. We're going through the house to make sure we grab everything small. So the garage right now, I'd say it's 3/4 done. There was a lot of big items everywhere, desks, tables, TVs, small stuff everywhere. We're finishing up right now. We have some small stuff here, some small stuff there. We're gonna keep the racks at the end. We're gonna use them at the office. But we do have some small stuff here as well. And after we're done with the garage, which was a full load by itself, and it's not even done. There was a big china cabinet here. We took it. Small stuff here. This wine, I'm not gonna throw away. I'm gonna drink it up. This one, we're gonna have to toss as well, of course. Everything we see. But this goes, we took the mattress and the bed frames earlier. There was a huge couch here, we took it. Piano was right there, the chair was still there, but we took the piano earlier. Then basically everything we see outside. So all the stuff goes as well. This, that.
Working with it's horrible. I hate working with them. I've seen the board this morning. I walked in, it said Key and Dino. I almost started crying in front of Mike, but it is what it is. I guess I gotta work with him. So I was just playing. I love the guy, man. He's hilarious. Nice guy to work with. I don't like him. Keep that between me and you, though. I don't like him.
Imagine you need to run and you only have one leg. Like, it's just impossible. You gotta hop one leg. You gotta do all the work. So, I love Keith, he's the best. How it was quoted. So it was quoted on space, 3 trucks, 3 full trucks. It was paid hourly, 5 hours. And then I did not charge any weight fee to give the client a little bit of a discount since the job is so big. You know, I was able to be a little flexible and give him a discount to go ahead and get the job done. We found a lot of stuff. I found these. These may be 1 out of 100 that we found, and we threw away the other 99. But we found a huge Pez collection. We found a lot of trains, you know, the models, the toys. We found a lot of jewelry.
What word?
Jewelry.
Ju. La. Re.
Jewelry.
There you go.
Jewelry.
Jewelry.
Jewelry. One of the best things when you're on the field is get a big job with someone that knows what he's doing. Like Key, you know, if you're gonna a big job with Key, he knows we just split the work. He already knows what to do. Grab the brood, put the small stuff, dump it. Like you don't have to really like go through every single thing what to do. You just go in together, make a general plan. Just go and get started. And that's, you know, every house clean out or any big job, you don't have all your focus is on that big job. You don't have to think about the other, like if you have three other jobs you need to keep updated. All your focus is on this big job you need to get done. And having someone that's capable of like he, you know, that makes your life easier because he knows what he's doing. He's a really good worker. There's nothing better. The job ended up being exactly 3 loads, so it was 3 on the dot.
So you guys just learned how we price our jobs and how we quote our jobs. Now, one thing I wanted to touch on is when you go out on site and you meet that customer, it needs to be a genuine experience where you're there to help them understand their options. Most of the time they can either get a dumpster or they can have us take care of the service right then and there. And our job is to help them understand the value of what we are offering them, which we're in and out, 2 guys, all the labor, everything included on the spot. Here we have our actual trailer. I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit what I mean on the bed load pricing itself. So normally we're looking at the fraction of space that the items are gonna take up in the truck. Now, if there's any additional labor as far as stairs, distance, packing, bagging, anything like that, those fees have to be accommodated for. But the main thing we're going off of is based on the volume that you're taking up in this truck. So a lot of times, our most typical job is a half a trailer, which is gonna fill up about half of this, which is roughly about 8 cubic yards. And that really is gonna be your most common and typical job is a half a trailer. And those are really the perfect bread and butter jobs that you have because you can hit 2 of those pretty quickly back to back if you have them in the same area. Our pricing starts at 1/8 of a truck, which is equivalent to our minimum pickup. Now that's gonna be about 1/8, which is about the same size as one standard refrigerator. Now, a lot of times when you're doing these jobs, customers are gonna add in other items or they're gonna have other things that they want to get rid of. Now, oftentimes it makes sense for them to get rid of those items while we're still there because we can work that into the price for them. But we have to be very courteous of how much space we're taking up because this is how we price, is how much volume we take up in here. So if you quote it for 1/8 and you start filling up more and more, now you're just hurting yourself throughout the day and you're not gonna hit the numbers you need to be able to at least stay above a profit or break even. All in all, guys, this is one of the most important parts of the job is getting that pricing right, because if you're not getting what you need to get for a load, you're never gonna be able to grow your business and you're never gonna be able to hire employees because the cost to sustain is gonna be too high and you're not gonna be able to get to that next step if you're not pricing your jobs properly. If you guys did enjoy this video or got any value from it, please be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new, and we will see you guys in the next one.